Hey, does this sound better? I mean, they supposedly fixed it, but to me it sounds kind of the same. Like, but except I don't. They don't have the annoying squeakiness. And like at first he was like, "Oh, you at first he said, "Oh, well I don't hear, I don't hear anything. I said, well, sometimes it gets squeaky, the bathroom fan. And so then he said that it did need some, excuse me, some lubrication and some, some oil, a little lubrication and oil. And so, he fixed it up. I looked up in there. That thing looked so rusty and everything. But I'm pretty sure this is an old building. This is an old place. But to me, I, I'm glad that it's the cleanest hotel, even though it's self service and the cheapest. But you got to do your own housekeeping and room service while you're in here, and you only get two set of towels. But I bring my own anyway. So it's like the other man, he was like, "Oh, well, you sure keep a clean room." I'm sitting there feeling insecure, thinking my room is so dirty and junky and everything. But I don't know if he was, honestly felt like my room was very clean, or if he was trying to hurt me with that comment, or what. Um, but I don't know. I try to give him a benefit of the doubt and say thank you for the compliment, and you know I would like to believe that he would truly honestly felt that way and was truly complimenting me. So it's like usually, I mean, I've been staying here for over 2 months, so I'm so thankful and glad that I'm got a place, temporarily. It's not guaranteed because it's a hotel, it's not an apartment. Some people call it, extended stay. Other people would call it an hotel, like apartment slash hotel or whatever. But this one is cleaner than your freaking comfort and quality and or shucks, even Holiday Inn or whatever those hotels and stuff, or Super Six Motel, is cleaner, um but this is an older place. But when I would live in regular apartments or Section 8 apartments or a house or something, it seemed like as if the place is old, so it's always constantly needing fixing here and there. So sometimes I would have to deal with maintenance men treating me like a pest and getting annoyed with me especially in Denton, Texas, and I would have to deal with constant leaks and stuff like that. And I didn't realize that this was part of my targeting and being done on purpose, like the constant leaks and stuff like that. But then to come to find out I wasn't the only one going through it, because there was a doggone money hungry slumlord in Denton, Texas. And if the bathroom or apartment above me would leak downstairs into my room, they would treat me like as if I'm annoying or a pest, or I get on their nerves and stuff like that. But I've heard other people had it worse than me, like entire apartments getting flooded out and stuff like that. And then part of my targeting, I didn't realize I was targeted at the time. And I would go to the mental hospital and then come back, and it's like a freaking rat infestation. It was truly traumatizing. And of course, the landlords didn't want to do anything about it, and I had to take matters into my own hands. But I also had to deal with roach infestation that supposedly would come from next door when I was living in Denton, Texas, and everything. It was just horrible and miserable and depressing and traumatizing, frustrating, upsetting living over there and stuff. But when I would live in Los Angeles, before the landlord started perping me, he would be more than glad to have no problem with fixing my whatever I needed fixed and stuff like that. I was living there for years, and shucks, if it's low income, it's gonna be a lot of raggedy stuff that need to be fixed. And especially with Section 8, they will always, you always there's something that especially the landlord, have to fix this and fix that and stuff. Because who would want to live in a place with, no air conditioner, no heater, or if they have to live with, the water running funny or something like that. And also in Denton, Texas, I used to have to deal with a lot of I used to have to live with the water. It would be like black particles in the water a lot when I was living in Denton, Texas. And then living in Los Angeles, I had to deal with white particles of water. I mean, like in the water, white particles, and it would be like white deposits. And in Denton, Texas, it would be like black deposits. So then I would go and buy bottled water, and I was too poor for it and didn't even know the truth about the Illuminati or nothing like that. But the landlord would make narcissistic and meddlesome comments. I mean, not the landlord, the maintenance man would try to bully, harass, and lecture me about wasting my money on wasting so much money on water and stuff, on bottled water and stuff, and say, oh, the bottled water, it ain't no better. It's the same stuff. It's in tap water, but I got black particles coming out my tap water. But in Los Angeles, I would have to deal with not only white particles, but they will. I didn't realize this was part of my gang stalking, that at after 11 o'clock, almost not every night, but almost every night, like after 11 o'clock at night, I would have to deal with smelling like strong smell of chlorine or bleach in my water supply. And I remember dealing with dead birds on the doorstep. Me go to the library or grocery shopping or go to the beach and then come back and my front door is open, you know or I would go to sleep and wake up and then all my cabinets are open. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is going on? So I would also have landlord and neighbors perping me in Los Angeles and stuff like that. And so I just had to, and I would have to deal with, instead of leaks in Los Angeles, I would have to deal with the toilet or the bathtub sink constantly stopping up. And I think I had to deal with that in Denton, Texas as well. It was miserable. And also in when the landlord start perping you and they gotta fix something, or they send the maintenance man to fix something, they would purposely have fixed stuff. And then when it get broke again, then they'll treat you like you're annoying or treat you like a burden or something like that. So I guess me going through all that made me feel on my own this time that I hope I didn't burden these men right here, or like I hope I didn't annoy or burden them or nothing like that. And I don't know why I felt like I thought I did. I guess based on my past experiences and stuff like that. So they finally, I guess fixed it. Ain't squeaky no more, but it's. I said the other room, it was all smooth, and like the sound was smooth and everything, and it's like I feel like I need to use the fan, the bathroom fan, for two reasons: to keep the moisture, try to get rid of the excess moisture in the bathroom, so they won't blame me for any mold or mildew or anything like that. And also it's like helps to block out the outside noise of the kids screaming in the hallway. I mean, well, they're not in the hallway screaming, but they're in their room and I can hear them from my room, through the hallways. but while I'm sitting up in here, or help, it would at least do some help to filter out the, the neighbors loud TV, or whatever else, and keep me complaining less, more like, so I'm just done with this little topic right here. And I was able to get me some more sleep, like after this morning, like from maybe like, yeah, it was almost 4 o'clock this morning. And then I woke up, it was almost 8 o'clock. And then, I paid the little rent. Well, not, I mean, well, extra hotel stay, and then took out the trash. And I already told y'all about that. And then I came back and I ate breakfast. I had leftover sweet potato fries, and some black beans, and some of the tamarind, and that was for breakfast. And that tamarind, oh, it burned my tongue. But I had ordered some yesterday, like the family pack at Denny's, and got a nice shucks, I got like, yeah, I think I got like almost $14 off. So I got me, 4 pack of breakfast, because I haven't been eating, good breakfast lately. But I got the breakfast, the 4 pack of pancakes, and let's see, pancakes, eggs, bacon, and sausage, and hash browns. I cannot stand hash browns, but you know, I got the hash browns, and the hash browns were half cooked, and they weren't even really cooked all the way. That's one of the reasons why I don't like hash browns. It's like half cooked, half, you have to deal with half of it being half cooked and the other half being burnt. So I don't like hash browns, and I damn sure can't stand bacon either. So I mean, I don't like bacon and I don't like hash browns. But like if I was physically there and they had the 6.99 whatever slam, I forgot what they called the slam breakfast, that's 6.99, and you can get grits instead of hash browns, and you get grits instead of hash browns, and you get like 2 pancakes, and um eggs, and instead of getting 2 things of bacon and 2 things of sausage, I get like 4 pieces of sausage, because I don't like bacon. I can't. I mean, be trying to avoid bacon, and I don't like the extra greasiness and the fat on bacon. That's why I don't like bacon. So I got 4 days of those, and I'm like, what did I set myself up for? But so hey, I'm covered for breakfast at least for the next few days. And so they said that for DoorDash, if you spend more than $10, you get a big discount and stuff like that. And so forgive me, y'all. Hey, it's been cold outside, and next week is supposed to be kind of more cold, not as hot or not as warm. And then I think the week after it's supposed to be like in the 30s, especially at night and stuff. So I haven't been wanting to go out because of being too cold and everything like that. But this morning, I know it's supposed to be like up to 60 degrees, but when I came out there with my hoodie and to go pay the little extra little 2 weeks of rent to stay here, and it reminds me so much of paying for, it reminds me of this living here, reminds me of staying in an apartment. But I wish that I could be able to have like a big normal refrigerator, and I wish I can cook. I wish they had a stove and stuff like that, but all they have is a microwave and mini fridge, so food can't last as long. And I didn't even anticipate or realize that I was gonna just stay here for longer than 2 months. So I'm just thankful and grateful to God for that. With people helping me out, plus my income, plus the stimulus, and that helped me stay afloat and off the streets for a while. Because today was supposed to have been the day I check out and gather all my stuff and go back on the streets, and it'd be freaking cold, like in the early 40s or the 30s at night. And I feel my heart goes out to anyone who has. I mean, I had to live through it, and even before I did, my heart went out to people who were forced to live like that. And one time when I was in New York, I was living in New York in a shelter, And I remember people in the New York accent, they were like, shelters is not for everybody. Their accent, they said shelters is not for everybody. And now I get what they mean by when they say shelters is not for everybody. They would like prefer to sleep on the in cardboard, sleep on in cardboard in the snow. You got it really hard when you got forced to live like that. And so I also heard that be careful of homeless shelters, because homeless shelters, they would homeless shelters, they're like another human trafficking operation for the women. So I was, read a lot about that, and certain women being forced to be survive on the streets. And so when they're forced to survive on the streets, they have to be forced to blend in with the men and dress like a man as a survival mechanism or survival tactic in order to avoid being raped by men, or being trafficked or prostituted, or pimped out by men. If you're not an if you just a homeless woman trying to survive, and I mean, it's like me. I caught a man, I guess it was 2019, and I was sleeping by where, the abandoned bank was, that's now turned into an Asian restaurant. So, the abandoned bank where I was sleeping at, I saw a white man. I don't know what he was going to do to me, but I felt a presence over me. And I'm glad I wasn't in a deep sleep, because who knows what he would have done. I definitely don't do drugs. I know I'm not crazy. So when he tried to walk close to me, and I felt a presence over me, and I woke up. I mean, I wasn't in a deep sleep, but I kind of woke up, and then he hurried up and trying to walk off really fast and try to play it off like I don't know what he was gonna do to me. And he looked like one of the rich, proper white people. I mean, he didn't even look like another homeless man or somebody that's rough or anything like that. And he acted like as if he got scared off, because it seemed like he was about to do something sinister. I don't know what he was gonna do, or if he was gonna drug me up, or if he was gonna grab me, gonna do me something. I don't know, but it's really scary out there, and it's like that's why I be feeling like wondering how and why even other women don't feel compassion towards a single woman forced to live outside, forced against her will to live outside and stuff. Hold on right quick. Okay, I still got some time. So a single woman forced to live outside, and with really getting by with no help really, or it seemed like men get more help than women, and they shut all the women's shelters down and got everything for men. Or the only way is if you're a woman with children. That's the only way that people will take you seriously and get you some help, or get you some whatever. you know but a single woman, ain't nothing much out there for single women with no kids. And it's like, well, damn, do I have to go and get pregnant by a random stranger? I ain't gonna go. I'm about to go do all that, and in order for freaking, but then again, me being targeted, and the fact that I've been in this foster care system, they'll snatch my child away and put it in foster care anyway, against my will. But I'm the type of person I would have wanted to keep the baby. But it's like I don't do stuff like that, try to prostitute for survival. And I'm thankful, but I'm just like, I don't want to come off as sound like women who are forced into that. My heart goes out to them, and I'm feeling, feeling supportive, of what they were forced to go through. So don't take it as that's not my that's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm thankful and glad that God helped me find ways to try to get by and survive, and keep my self-respect, and not be prostituting for money or drugs or whatever. And some of them probably been more messed up and more traumatized than what I did. But I'm glad that I was, didn't have to turn to, prostitution or drugs or anything just for survival. And a person like me, I couldn't handle being on alcohol or drugs or anything like that. So it's like I'm glad that God helped me to be able to survive without me having to resort to be forced to doing something like that. I mean, I've been raped before, a few times throughout my life, but it's like, I mean, and I had a place in Los Angeles and living in a prostitute area, not by choice, and Section 8 and stuff like that. So they had men in Los Angeles try to human traffic me, and trying to. They thought I was 12 years old, and with my supposed baby face, and they thought I was 12 years old and try to act like they want to, drag me and try to force grab me and drag me into their car and stuff. Good thing I was able to resist their asses. But I heard how horrible it is of black females being trafficked in Los Angeles. They get it the worst. Like I heard that the illegal Mexicans in Los Angeles will rape and kill you, and they will rape and torture and kill you, and you will never be heard of again. So the idea of us being targeted individuals, and they try to pimp and traffic us, and stuff like that, especially us females, and it ties in with the MK Ultra mind control, and it really does. So thanks for listening to my crazy ass, um, and I'm thinking about, today I was able to take a nap more like from 11 to almost 2 o'clock, and here I'm about to go and eat leftover breakfast. And yeah, this weekend I ain't playing. I might have $146 or something in the bank right now, but dog, yeah, I'm a treat myself. Even though I'm gonna treat myself with my doggone royalties. Trying to celebrate. Try with that doggone steak, the steak dinner, or whatever. Go ahead and condemn me, because I don't even get to really afford to be able to eat steak. I can never afford filet mignon, or what do you call that? T-bone or whatever, or New York, whatever kind of steak out there. The $9.99 sirloin. That's all I could afford, or whatever steak they got at Denny's that don't taste that special. So shucks, someday this weekend, yeah, I'm gonna treat myself, and shucks, I might have to just and I'm gonna make it like no more than $30, and I couldn't even eat all that steak anyway, so I might have to stretch it into two or three meals, but then I would have to go to Dollar Tree and try to compensate and try to make up. But I have been saving a lot of money eating, like go buy groceries and then eat here, and if I were to buy, I can stretch my meals and stuff like that. So thanks for listening to me rant and ramble on and stuff. I originally just wanted to ask y'all, if that sounded better. The little fan up in there, and it turned out into a whole conversation. But I'm glad I told y'all what I told y'all. Some of the stuff I've said before in previous videos, but but thanks for listening to me, and I love y'all. Thanks for the support, and I'm planning to probably do some more writing today. So all right, see y'all. Love y'all. Bye.